It's about that time, baby, baby. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
The Sinclair Show is on.
It's on.
Run it to your friends. Come on.
Come on, come on.
It's a moment of the show tonight. Mailbag is tight. Sinclair is on the mic.
Once again, it's on. You're still troubled in your home. Got your tripping, don't know right from wrong. Send your letters to the show so we can talk you through. Get the answers to your questions because we speak that truth. Sometimes you doubt yourself, lost your health. Faith is on the fence, but you believe that Jesus knows your wealth. Keep it moving, spirit flowing because we're here to provide someone to lean on when you're falling. Wednesday, 8 and 9, and it's on. Once again, it's on. You're listening to the only morning show when people at night. That's right. It is the Sinclair Show coming to you live and direct. First, I want to thank all of you all who continue to send your mailbag questions, comments, all of the stuff you got on your minds to sinclairtalk@outlook.com. We're going to continue to give it to you live each night we're on the air because we want to reach you all. You all are the valued listeners. And what does that mean? That means that there'll be no reason for me to be on this air right now. I could be getting me some rest. But because of you all, and some of y'all been hitting me up in the DM talking about, look, don't be taking no night off from this show. First and foremost, let me tell you something. Y'all don't tell me what to do. And just because I got love for the fans that be with me over the years, 9+ years in the game, just don't start acting like you tell me what to do. Jay Dizzle, what's going on, my brother? Glad to see you on the show. And Nikki Carter. Nikki Carter, what you doing on air tonight? You been MIA yourself. Probably knew I was going to talk about something that's right down your alley anyway. But again, I want to thank all of you all who continue to tune into the show. And tonight we got a pretty good show. First of all, Nikki Carter, you said I blocked you. I didn't block you. I wouldn't do that. I would kick you all the way off the show. I'm not going to block you and run the risk of you popping back up talking crazy. So no, I didn't block you at all. All right. So we're gonna leave it at that. But so tonight we're gonna talk about a couple of things. As you all saw that the headline of the show is Love Ain't a Skit. How social media lies to you all about relationships, and some of y'all rocking with that tomfoolery in your personal lives. Before I get to that, because that's the good part of the show, I'm just trying to understand what's going on with y'all boy Donald Trump. He out here tripping. I've been watching the news, if you will, and y'all in these Epstein files got this man shook, man. He up at 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning, sending out posts and on social media just rambling. And I want to say this, it don't matter to me if you're a Democrat or Republican, because I'm an independent. But I would just like to say, if you are a Republican or a Donald Trump fan, I need some of y'all to call him. Because them people he got around him right now, they are absolutely, positively not giving that man no good advice. Somebody, listen, sometimes when people get a little more seasoned, you got to pay close attention to them because they might get to do some things, right? I'll give y'all a clear example. So I was coming home from work the other day, and I seen my mama's vehicle, right? And I told y'all, my mama like getting ready to be 84 years old. She still got the little whip. She be out there in the streets. I ain't say she for the streets. I said she be out there in the street. So as I'm getting ready to come down, I get ready to make this turn, and I see my mama vehicle. And how I know my mama it's my mama's vehicle, because she got these little, my oldest sister put these little stickers on my mama car. Look like some little animation characters, like some little Tweeties or something, right? So I as I get closer, I'm up in the Ram, and I sit up high, and I'm looking, I'm like, that look like my mama car. What is she doing over here? So And all this gonna tie back into what I'm asking y'all to do with Donald Trump, right? So when I see my mama's car, I pull over, right? I whip in front of her and pull into this parking lot and roll down the window. I'm like, Mama, what is you doing over here? I ain't even hold y'all. I'm gonna tell you something crazy. My mama said, I just pulled over to take my pill. And that's the reason why I say keep your eyes on your loved ones the older that they get. Because I thought it might have been something wrong with the car, because I know my mama ain't no business on that side, just parked up in the cut like she making a play or something. So, but anyway, so come to find out, my mom was over there. She pulled over to take a medicine. Then she came on back to the house. Somebody needs to stop and pull up next to Trump and find out why in the world he is out here acting a fool. Some of y'all need to take that man's cell phone. And this is what gets me. What he got this bad habit of doing is he'll say something crazy. And then when y'all get on his case, he'll be like, it was an intern. No, it wasn't. Absolutely was not. How do we know it wasn't no intern? There's not an intern crazy enough to go out there and put something racist or erratic or aggressive using the president's social media page. Because you already know the price for doing that is either termination or getting arrested. So I'm just telling y'all good people out there, if any of y'all are friends with Donald Trump, somebody go by and take that man's take take that man's cell phone or his iPad or whatever little device, and them I heard he like McDonald's or Burger King or something. They say he be sitting up in the middle of the night eating Whoppers and fries or Wendy's or whatever one of them restaurants that he is consuming at an all-time high. Take all that stuff from him and make him go to sleep. Because he gonna mess around and start an actual war playing around with a sandwich. We got to do better, people. We really do. We got to do a little bit better so that we don't wind up out here in a state of disarray playing around with y'all president. All right. And let me just say this before I move on to the topic at hand. If you are one of Donald Trump's friends, or if you was rolling with Jeffrey Epstein, I suggest you put all your clothes in a suitcase. And I suggest you get your little kids' piggy banks and break them and get all the money out the bank and all of them out the little coffee cans and all of them out the little bunkers or wherever you've been hiding them. Because I'm getting a strange feeling that they about to come get y'all. Yeah, all y'all. And I don't want y'all to be mad at me. You should be mad at yourselves for all the alleged foolery y'all been out there doing. And any of y'all that's been reading the proverbial tea leaves, if you will, and some of the stuff that they was doing, I'm surprised that y'all ain't mad. I'm mad. Okay. I'm mad because they talking about these cats is out here in the street. Who was calling me? It's always somebody calling me. No, we don't take no video calls. So I'm just saying I need y'all to do the right thing and tell y'all president to calm down. I need for y'all to tell everybody who said they was alleged that when they get these last 3 million documents and they start giving out times, dates, situations, talking about y'all out here doing cannibalism, that y'all was out here got a whole place in Arizona that y'all out here cloning, making clone babies. And I just want to say this as a matter of principle. And I don't even really have to say allege, because I'm reading from the DOJ's website some of this, the realness of this. Jeffrey Epstein paid $6 million, have some scientists to build a facility, and it was either New Mexico or Arizona, one of them places out there that they ain't even let y'all go in and get. And the whole purpose of the facility was to make custom babies. Now, I just want to say this as a matter of principle. I am not anti-science by any means. I believe science has a valuable place in our society. Let me tell you what I am. I'm anti any pedophile or group thereof with money having the ability to clone babies. Think about it, people. It's more than ironic that we're talking about a group of pedophiles from all around the world, women and men. And y'all have the ability to clone and make kids. That has got to be the sickest. I don't even want to say it because I'm trying to do right. But y'all know what I'm thinking up in my mind, that how do you allow pedophiles to clone babies that will never have social security numbers, never go to a hospital? They got a whole, they building their own little romper room with kids, and ain't nobody say nothing. That's the piece I'm tripping on. I ain't tripping on the fact that some of y'all out here practicing cannibalism. It ain't my thing. Now, if I was on a little deserted island and got a little hungry, and if it was two of us, one of us might be missing some layers. I don't know. I can't say what I won't do. It ain't gonna be my first thing. But I done lived a long life. I done been around the world. I done ate a few things. Some of them I probably shouldn't have. Eating a little light layer of skin is probably not the worst thing I ever ate. I'm just saying. So I'm not gonna dwell on that. I am more upset about you allowing pedophiles to have the capability of grouping scientists together and making babies and cloning babies. So you pick out the hybrid baby that you want. They're going to not only make the baby, but then they get to clone it. Y'all sick. I'm just telling you. And y'all ain't even got no problem with it. And let me say this to my Anglo-Saxon compadre. I can no longer watch interviews where you all are making up excuses as to why you still believe in Donald Trump. Because truthfully, Donald Trump is the worst kind right now. And I'm going to tell you why I say he's the worst kind. Bad enough he was participating. And let me say this to all my Negro, my African American, my minority people who say we believe in a code of no snitching. That's what y'all said. Y'all mad at Gunna and all the rappers because y'all said they snitched on Young Thug. I told y'all I didn't care. Don't do no crime with me because I'm only riding for myself. If I did a crime, I'm taking all the time, and I ain't gonna never let you do an hour for me. But if I ain't do the crime, you ain't gonna make me do 1 hour for you either. So I'm borderline snitch. And matter of fact, I told y'all, I met a little person. I'm protecting his name. But at 3 years old, he's a super snitch. He is a confidential informant. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna buy him a little FBI uniform, a little outfit. I'm gonna look on Amazon and find one And I'm gonna find a way to get it to him because that little dude is an actual snitch. But I'm saying this, I want y'all to rock with this. How y'all in the black community mad about snitching? And Donald Trump, the moment that Jeffrey Epstein got caught up, to have it on record that he was not cool with it, he called the police. Come on now. Matter of fact, he did like Woody. He called the police, and then when Epstein found out, he went and did a deposition and said, well, he was a guest, and I didn't really kick him out my property. Come on now, make it make sense, bruh. Again, I ain't judging. But back to my Anglo-Saxon compadres. Let me say this. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're Democrat. I do care if you don't have any sense of value. If 27 women accused any other man of sexual assault or anything along those lines, y'all would be outraged. But 27 women accuse Donald Trump, and y'all say they lying. 14-year-old girl in the DOJ documents states, and I'm not going to say alleges, I'm going to say what she stated, because I read it in writing, just like the FBI did. She states that this man raped her and punched her and threw money in her face and told her if she said something about it, he would put her body on the back of one of them golf courses that he owned. You all are still saying everybody is lying but him. Come on now. You cannot tell me that there is not a disconnect for you to follow somebody. I don't care who it is. Y'all know that Jay Dizzle is my brother. Johnny, that's my homie. Done looked out for me ever since I was this high. If 27 women say he did something, me and Johnny got to have a conversation. If some 14-year-olds tell me that he did XYZ, you're not going to convince me, not even Jay Dizzle himself is going to convince me that 30 plus women, no matter the age, from 14-year-old young girls to grown women, you're not going to convince me that everybody is lying. I don't care how much I appreciate you. I got to turn on some critical thinking skills. But you all, when it comes to Donald Trump, y'all like, nah, man, they lying on him. They don't like him. No, a lot of people don't. I don't think he's the greatest business person in the world. But that's not because he makes a bunch of bad decisions. I just wouldn't ever ask financial advice for somebody who continuously is in court, losing court cases for financial reasons. I wouldn't be the first person I go and ask for financial advice or business advice is not going to be the person who has filed for bankruptcy dozens of times. Now, the first person I might go see if I want to know how to get over might be that type of person. So I don't want you to think this got nothing to do with him being a Republican, because the truth of the matter, he was a Democrat before he was a Republican. That's just real talk. But I'm not going to, if I'm confiding in you, if I, like a prime example, Jay Dizzle, I say this all the time. I go to Johnny when I got real stuff on my mind. Why? Because he likes Switzerland. He ain't gonna tell me what I want to know just because we like brothers. Nope. He gonna ask me a bunch of tough questions. And then he gonna give me some advice. Sometimes it's spot on what I want to hear. Sometimes I'd be like, man, I don't even want to hear that. But I can trust it because he gives good advice. He's a critical thinker, and I know he means well. But if 27 women say to me that Johnny assaulted them, drugged them in the corners, assaulted them on planes, did all kind of stuff. If a 14-year-old girl, if a group of them is saying that Johnny is flying them to an island, and I see records of Johnny flying to the island, and they saying when they got to the island, Johnny was tying them up, making them give them massages, doing all kind of perverted stuff, I'm not going to say that every 14-year-old is lying. I'm going to go ask Johnny, why is a 14-year-old got your name in her mouth? You all are out here saying beyond no condition will you believe that Donald Trump is exactly what his lifetime record is saying. I am exactly what my record says. I am no better and no worse. If somebody comes up to you and says, I knew Sinclair since he was 4 years old, Detective Pamela Black, what's going on, girl? Glad to see you on the show. If somebody comes up to you and says, I've known Sinclair since he was 4 years old, and I've known him to do this, 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 and this, you know what I would tell you? Believe him. No matter whether it's good or bad, I would say believe him. And the reason why I would say that, because if somebody has known me since I was 4 years old, I am a direct reflection of what my record is. Now, what I would say to you is, yeah, if they told you I did some slick stuff back in the day, did do it. If they told you that I done been out here and I done explored life, did do it. Now, I would also tell you that account for what I'm doing at this stage of my life, because I'm a little bit better man. But I cannot erase, and everything they said that I ever did doesn't become a lie because I'm doing something a little different now. Y'all are unwilling to believe that Donald Trump for years said Jeffrey Epstein is one of my best friends. That we got emails, we got plane ride receipts, we got pictures. You ain't even gonna believe the pictures. If somebody tells me that Bill Clinton was on that island and he was messing with some young lady, I'm going to believe him. Why? Because Bill Clinton had Monica Lewinsky in the White House up under the desk. I'm not going to not accept reality because I think Bill Clinton was a good president. Two things can be true. You can still like Donald Trump's Republican agenda and say, honestly, he shouldn't be president because his mindset, first of all, is a little weak these days. Two, because you believe that he did what you are now finding out that the facts bear out. There is no reason whatsoever that you all should be saying, I don't have a problem with them hiding 3 million documents. If the first 3 million is this shocking, people turn over the least worst items that they had to. So that means everything that they got blacked out, that they saying, nope, I ain't gonna give it to you. I don't care what you do. You're gonna have to impeach me to get it. You might need to impeach them because whatever is in them other 3 million, I don't care if Oprah's name in it. I don't care if Hakeem Jeffries is in it. I don't care if they black, white, Asian, I don't care what their denomination is. If you was at Jeffrey Epstein's island and you participated, let me make it clear. I don't want y'all to have me out here in front of these proverbial streets with them black SUVs outside. Just because somebody went to the island doesn't mean they participated. I seen a bunch of people, and listen to me with this. When the Diddy trial was going on, y'all told me up front, Diddy was spiking baby oil and putting folks to sleep. Went through the whole trial. None of it was true. He did use some baby oil, but he was never accused of drugging anybody or none of that. You had a chance to put your case in front of the people, and they did not have any evidence nor witnesses that came in and said that he did it. So is it possible that somebody went to Jeffrey Epstein's island and did not participate in any nefarious activities? Yes. Is it possible that somebody went to Jeffrey Epstein's island and they participated in some adult consensual activities that you and I would be like, oh, that's a little much? Yes. But is it equally possible that if everybody is saying, everybody knew that Jeffrey Epstein liked young girls, I can't go hang out with Johnny if Johnny like 14-year-olds, and I can't go hang out with Johnny because people gonna think birds of a feather do what? Fly and flock. Right? Again, do I know for a fact that Donald Trump has did everything somebody says? Nope, and you don't either. Does he deserve the benefit of the doubt? To everything we can't prove yet. But I equally have to be supportive because I don't think that a young woman says at 14 that a then not president, I got to believe all the girls that was going to the pageants that said Donald Trump would walk back there when they half naked or undressed, talking about because he was the owner of the Miss Universe pageant, that he get to come back there. What would make a grown man want to walk in a room with a 14-year-old girl undressed? Make it make sense. So I'm just trying to get y'all to understand that things have, you don't have to know everything, but you do have to apply logic and reasoning. I can't be so support. If somebody showed me a picture of Barack Hussein Obama on Epstein's island, or a flight log that told me he took some flights with him, or if I had 27 women accusing Barack Obama of doing something aggressive, rape, molestation, or whatever you want to call it, if I had 27 women, I would have to do him the same way I did Bill Cosby, the same way. Y'all didn't have no problem locking up Kales. I'm still mad. Y'all locked up Kales and y'all won't even let me hear a R. Kelly song. I got to go into the crate and get some music. Because y'all said, get him up out of here. Y'all had 3 people, 3, accuse R. Kelly. Y'all got him on a RICO charge and got him in jail for 30 years. You mean to tell me y'all made Bill Cosby do about 8 years in jail, and we believe Bill Cosby was putting Spanish fly, some kind of sedative in women's drink? I believe it. Why do I believe it? Because I done seen the video where Bill Cosby was talking to somebody in the 80s talking about he would put Spanish fly in a girl drink. Maya Angelou said, when somebody tell you who they are, when they show you, believe them. But y'all got Kales in jail. Y'all put Bill Cosby in jail. Y'all got Tory Lanez in jail. It appears to me if somebody of Negro descent is alleged to have committed a crime, no matter the volume, the size, or otherwise, we're going to find a way to get you behind them bars. But you're going to tell me that 27 women, grown, and countless young girls wrote in their diary. I got the pages. I printed them out from the Department of Justice site. Got the pages themselves. Where this young girl, 14 years old, wrote in her diary what this now president did to her. Y'all saying when she was 14, she was thinking about lying to us 30 years later. That means y'all the problem. That means white America, if you are able to focus and believe that these white women that are accusing Trump are lying, then you have a problem. And I'm baffled by it. I'm going to tell you why I'm baffled by it. Because I think the same way about that situation that I do that people say they dislike black people and brown people because of the color of their skin, but I see them same white people will go and get a monkey, a little cute monkey, put a diaper on them and feed them, let them lay on the bed with them. You would rather go get you a pet monkey than be nice to a minority that don't register with me. I'm not understanding it. I seen white Americans go get a pet raccoon, give them a bath, bring them to the house, feed them grapes. I like grapes, but y'all ain't gonna bring no black person to your house and give them no grapes. I need to understand that why is it when it's on the other side of the track, y'all have such compelling compassion, but when it's dealing with a person of color, y'all are turned on your own people. Y'all are saying that white women are lying. 14-year-old white girls must be lying. What is it that Donald Trump has promised you all and delivered on? He said, oh, I'm going to make America great again. How? What's the greatness? We done gave him a whole year on a second term. What's the greatness? It can't be Pam Bondi because there's pictures excuse me, of Pam Bondi with Epstein, with Donald Trump. What is it that he has over you all that have never even met him? 77 million people voted for him. Maybe 1 million have met him. What would he have to do? Anyway, listen, I'm tired of talking about Donald Trump. Let me tell y'all what the night show was supposed to be about anyway. This love ain't a skit. I am sick and tired of watching real people. Ladies, this is geared toward you mostly. But fellas, y'all too. I'm tired of y'all watching skits and confusing your real life with that skit. I've been watching Country Wayne. I like his skits. Some of them used to be funny. But it seems like there's a repetitive nature about how it visualizes and puts certain things out there. Now, this is not a filtered conversation. This is a real conversation. Think about it. If you are a follower of Love and Hip Hop, the Country Wayne, and any of them, they paint women in this light. I was watching the Country Wayne show the other day, and one of the episodes showed that there's a character named Jocelyn, there's a character named Dominique, there's a character named Mike was dating her, Sonny. All right. And so in the skit, Mike and Sonny were initially dating each other, and she got pregnant, was having twins, and lost the twins. Okay. Now, the first thing that happens is she makes Mike feel bad because she says to Mike, you wasn't here for me. Keeping in mind, while pregnant with the twins, she went and slept with somebody else, but not even going to get on that. There comes a point in the skit where Mike says, I want to help you out. Because of what you're going through mentally, you haven't been able to get back to working yet. I'm going to pay for your bills for you. I want to give you $5,000 a month. All right. Y'all know how I feel. It ain't tricking if you got it. So Mike says that. She says, I'm not going to take your money, whatever. Then they settle on $2,500. She decides that, okay, I will, because she went and talked to her homegirls, like many of you do. You go talk to your homegirls. And her homegirl said, girl, you better get that money. You could at least make him pay that. All right, cool. Then Jocelyn is another character. Her and Dominique, all of them know each other, but her and Dominique's talking. Dominique says, hey, since Mike, now, ladies, I'm going to make this comment because some of y'all probably have fell prey to the same type of crazy activity. Dominique went through Mike's cell phone and saw him texting his brother because she'd been telling this man she want to move in with him. So he's talking to his brother about getting a Ring camera system so it makes her feel safe when he asks her to move in with him. She's sneaking in his phone, reads that the dude says something about a ring. She calls up all her girls. Mike getting ready to ask me to marry him. Mike wasn't even thinking about marrying her. Oh, she done went looking for a $30,000 ring because she got to get a $30,000 because Jocelyn got engaged and got a $25,000. Again, this is how y'all thinking. Fast forward, they have a little Valentine's Day thing. At the end of the night, Mike says, hey, we've been together. I'm really feeling you. And I just want to make this, I want to take this to the next level. So I want to ask you if you want to move in with me. Get it in front of all the people. She got Sam blazing mad. Why was she mad? Because she done created this whole thing. I'm talking about she mad. Talking about you embarrassed me in front of people, asking me if I move in with you. The whole time, that's all she had been talking about. Friends amped up. Everybody's mad because Mike didn't ask this girl to marry him. He never had planned to ask her that. He's not mandated to do it because you created the thought in your mind. Y'all gossiping. And I'm telling you that I'm listening to people talk, and it's a lot of y'all that think and feel the same exact way. Y'all think this is real life, and it ain't. First of all, there is nothing wrong. Fellas, let me say this to you because I don't want y'all to get in your feelings. There is nothing wrong with a man helping a woman take care of her financial responsibility. First and foremost, if you got it. Now, if you can't afford it, don't get out here acting like you got it. But I am not matter of fact, I'm old school. And ladies, let me begin by saying this to you all. Stop asking a man to do something he don't have the means to do because you say, if you want to be with me, you got to do this. Well, first of all, if you can't do it for you, why does he have to do it for you? You should be within your means anyway. Or find a man who likes you that's within his means. And fellas, stop getting mad at individuals who have the capabilities. If I do something for a woman, I'm doing it no strings attached. Not because I'm some cake dude. I'm doing it because fundamentally, if you are out here and you make a sufficient income, part of what you really want to do is make people happy. And after you've taken care of your fiscal responsibilities, if your budget allows you to be supportive to other people, you should, if that's within you. But never by force. And ladies, stop acting like that there is a fee to date you. Because the only women I know that charge to be with them are prostitutes. I ain't calling nobody one. I don't want y'all to start sending me no hate mail. I ain't on that kind of time. I'm just telling you, if you are with a man and you treat him with respect and he got it, you ain't gonna never have to ask for it no way. Y'all, how about my phone buzzing already? People sending me hate mail. I don't care nothing about y'all sending me that. I'm keeping it a stack with you. Y'all hear that? Stuff just blowing up. I'm about to send them some negative stuff back. I'm being 100% honest with you all that you do not have to, under any circumstance, force, coerce, or otherwise a person to do something for you if they have it. All you got to do is treat them with respect. But that's difficult. It's always difficult when you have a sense of entitlement. A man is not entitled to a woman physically, financially or otherwise, and neither is a woman. And if there is a financial responsibility to be with you, you need to be honest and transparent up front and tell him on day one so he can make a decision if you are outside of his league or if he just don't like that type of person. But y'all watching these skits thinking I watched it. They talking about, oh, he's going to fly me to Miami. And then when they got ready to go on the trip to Miami, they said, well, I need $10,000 so me and my girls can hang out. Again, Country Wayne can do it because he got millions. But Jeb Wayne can't do it because he's a regular dude working a regular job. So he should not be expected to send you somewhere with 10 grand. Where is a regular dude gonna get 10 grand? If there is somebody who is going to give you 10 grand to fly for 4 days to Miami with your homegirls, he is either an executive, or he's a street pharmacist, or he done hit the lottery, or something occurred for him to be in that financial position. That ain't a regular dude's position to be in. And what? Y'all, I got to ask the question. And again, I don't want y'all to be mad with me. I still want us to be cool with each other. But ladies, I want to know, if you can't afford to pay yourself $10,000, or if you can't go in your personal bank account and get 10 grand out for you to use on a trip. I ain't saying you ain't got it. I'm saying if you don't have the capabilities of spending 10 grand on a trip, why you going on that trip expecting to spend 10 grand? What you gonna do with the 10 grand? Take you and your girls out? So now your man ain't good enough if he can't splurge on you and your girls, but the first time that he becomes interested in one of your girls or they interested in him, you mad. But they see he's splurging on you and you don't even care nothing about it. Y'all get mad, I can tell. I wish I could show y'all some of the little hate mail I'm getting. Look, y'all can stop sending it to me because it don't have that kind of impact on me. Again, I'm saying this straight realness with you all. I am not saying that there's a problem with a man spending whatever he wants to and can afford on the woman that he cares about. I don't think it's anything wrong with a woman doing the same thing for her man. I think it is absolutely foolish for either of them to step outside of their financial capabilities thinking that it's going to keep a person happy. That right there. Matter of fact, I want to be with the type of woman that I can let her hold on to the car that's attached to my bank account and know she ain't out there frivolous. She gonna want to stack that bread up. She gonna want to make it so we can always do whatever. We ain't even talking about, what up, James? Glad to see you. we not talking about a woman saying, hey, babe, we getting ready to go out the country. Let's take 10 grand with us, you and me, so we can be comfortable while we out there. We talking about a woman saying to a man, I'm getting ready to go on vacation with my girls. I need you to give me 10 bands. Really? Make it make sense, people. Again, if you got it, ain't no problem. If you want to. But I want to know, if you expect that from a dude because you watching skits or you think that's what your life is supposed to be, what do you do for him that makes him feel complete? And let me stop y'all at the gate. Some of y'all ain't even gonna watch the show no more after this, but let me go and stop y'all at the gate. I want you to stop thinking, if in the back of your mind you're thinking, I cook for him and I sleep with him, let me stop you there. You can find any girl anywhere in the hood or otherwise, that if he takes her and brings her where he is and he provides her half of the treatment that you think you entitled to, she'll be glad to cook. Because there's some women right now cooking and ain't getting nothing. Stop thinking that you're so good in your sleeping dwellments, you so good in bed that you think he should be giving you and your girlfriends money to go out there and splurge off with. You think that's what your regular 9-to-5 hardworking man is supposed to live up to them standards because you too busy watching social media. Don't be mad at me for facts. And this is how I know you trifling. Because many of the same women who expect their man to do it will take them earrings off and want to put hands on a woman that did their brother like that. Many of you would be in your feelings and ready to fight if your father came home and told you he had a new girlfriend, and when she came around, she told you that your daddy be giving her 5 and 10 bands to go with her girlfriends to get something to eat. You will feel some kind of way because you don't want nobody to take advantage of your brother. You don't want nobody to take advantage of your son. You don't want nobody to take advantage of your father, your uncles, the men in your life that you care about with no restrictions. But you out here trying to do somebody else man like that. And again, I ain't talking about if you got a man that got it and want to do it. But we got to differentiate. Because TV and social media and these skits got the game messed up for some of y'all. I always say, be what you say you are and come what you say you want. That's real talk. Let me make it clear. I don't financially need a woman to do anything. Matter of fact, I'm almost offended about certain aspects of how, and again, it's not, fellas, it ain't me getting in y'all personal business. It's just different. I grew up old school. Man's supposed to pay the mortgage. Them big bills, he's supposed to have them. I'm not mad if you got a woman and she's working and you say, oh, well, you go ahead and pay a little utility or something. I ain't mad at you. Some dudes don't want you to do that. I'm not mad either way. Now, ladies, I am mad if you feel like you ain't supposed to do nothing. Those are two different things. I believe old school dudes like me say, hey, we supposed to, it costs to be the boss. But you don't get to walk up on them and say, the only way you could be with me is if you do these things. Hold on. You said the key phrase, the only way to be with you. Because remember, a good woman, a respectful woman, a woman that shows a man that she cares about him, she ain't got to ask for nothing. I could ask dudes on this show all day. Matter of fact, let me do this. I see two up here. Jay Dizzle. Am I right or wrong? If a woman is treating you with respect and love, does she have to ask you for anything? James Key, you up here? You could go ahead and answer that as well. Any other fellas? If a woman treats you with respect and love and you got it, do she got any problem getting it? I'll wait. I don't want y'all to think I'll just be out here and I can give y'all some track records. I can give y'all some contacts and they'll tell you, hey, everything Sinclair say, he really about that. And they probably gonna tell you that I'm petty and some other things, but they not gonna never doubt the type of dude that I am, because that come from who you are inside. But I ain't no simp neither. Remember what I said, for men and women alike, when you reach a particular financial threshold, money doesn't mean the same thing to you. But I can tell you what does step up in value. You are, everything about you is connected to you feeling valued, you feeling respected, you feeling that somebody is loyal. If a person is those things to you, anything they can think about, you cool with them having. You ain't even gonna argue or about anything financial. People that argue about things financial are people who are not at the fiscal position that they want to be in or living outside of their means. And I don't think any man or woman should be asked to live outside of their means, because that is a pressure that is hard to run from. But if all you doing is with somebody because what they earn, what happens when they don't earn it no more? I'm just saying. I'm keeping it a stat. That's just like if you just with a woman because she's a size 8, what you gonna do when she become a 12? If you with a woman because she got tight skin and she ain't got no stretch marks and she ain't got no scars and she rock solid and she still got that skin with the elasticity to it, what you gonna do over a period of time when she done had them babies for you and she can't get rid of it all? What you gonna do the older that she get? And even though she's still fine for the time that caught up with her, if you are attracted to the physical characteristics, what do you do when they leave? Ladies, if you's attractive to the money and the muscles, what do you do when he can't go to the gym no more? What do you do when he can't give you them bands? What you got left? Anymore, what's going on, girl? Glad to see you. James said, I'm speaking them facts right there. And so I'm trying to get y'all to understand right now that the problem that we have with y'all watching skits and trying to live vicariously through social media platforms is something that your homegirl done lied and told you, or she done looked up and got with an athlete or entertainer. Let me tell you something. Athletes and entertainers ain't the only ones that got a couple dollars. But they can make you feel small by having it. Because what good does it do me to give you the materialistic things that you ask for and then treat you like trash? See, that's the problem when you buy something. Most of the time when you buy something, you can lose appreciation for it because the value to you initially is when it's shiny. Everybody done bought a car before that was new to them. And when you first get it, them first few weeks and months, you wash it every week. Matter of fact, ladies, if you ain't got a man, you'll drive that car through the car wash faithfully. But at a certain point, you remember, when you first get that car, what you do? We ain't eating in here. You be looking at your kids with the side eye. Saying to your kids, don't eat nothing in here. You go to the drive-through window. The bag got to stay rolled up real tight till you get to the house because you in the new whip. 3 months, 6 months down the road, you got French fries all in the floor of the car. You got all kind of foolishness going on. Why? Because it ain't shiny no more. It ain't brand new. You done spilt the drink in there already. It done rained. You done got mud on there. It ain't like it used to be. You need to have something greater than the vision for the shiny thing so that when it ain't shiny no more, you can still appreciate the value of it. That's what you out here in these proverbial streets doing. So I wanted to talk about how these social media skits and things have y'all confused about relationships and real world life. I can tell you from years of ups and downs that I've done with the best of them. If you ask me today, would I rather have the finest woman who can't see me, or would I rather have an average woman that don't want to stop seeing me? You take the pick. I don't need a sports car. I'd rather have a truck. I need somebody that's real enough with herself that I can come home and be real with. I need somebody that is comfortable in her own skin so she ain't chasing what's out there in the streets. Ladies, I'm pretty sure you saying the same thing about dudes, so this is not gender related. But you got to know when you have grown up in your life. You got to at some point be able to look in the mirror and say to yourself, when have I had enough? If you still doing the same foolish stuff at 35, 45, 55, 65 that you was doing at 18, 20, 25, and 28, that means you have not grown. That means the reason why your life keeps going through the ups and downs that it does is because you the least common denominator in the foolishness of your life. Y'all know what? I be good. Listen, I'm about to get up off here anyway because y'all ain't doing nothing but making me feel some kind of way about feeling some kind of way. Again, this is not about, is there a problem with somebody doing something nice for the person that they care about? It is not. And I don't care what that niceness looks like, as long as you can afford financially or mentally or emotionally to give it. You are not going to feel any better about doing something for a man or a woman because it makes them smile, but then deep down in your heart, you feel like they don't give a rat about you in the first place. You might get credit for it in the streets. You're going to get credit for it when she bragged to her girlfriends. You might even become popular with her girlfriends because they're going to be like, I know what to do with a dude like you. She don't know what to do with it because she too busy out here doing everything else. She on a paper chase. She trying to get stats. She got to be this, this, and that. That's what them skits tell y'all. Fellas, you need to go find you an average one. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get on up off the show. It's almost 9 o'clock anyway. You need to find you something regular. Find you something regular that you can turn into a star. Find you something regular. It don't matter if she a little bit full figured. That's what's up. That's what's in. Get you a full figure one. It don't matter if she got some scars, them stretch marks, or the C-section. All that came from life. She done learned some lessons. Because I promise you, a woman with some scars, they love to cuddle. They want to cuddle up with you. They ain't trying to be out there in the street all the time. They want to be right here. They want to be able to put their head on your chest. They want to be held. They want to watch TV with you. Them streets, they ain't with that. Find you somebody that done been through something before. Because she can appreciate not going through something right now. Find you somebody still got a little bit of gray hair on them. It's okay. You know what? The same money you would trick off on somebody else, you can give it to her. Let her go to the salon. You know what? She gonna appreciate it. Give her the money to get her hair done, feet done, nails done. You do that for a regular chick, she gonna come back to the house. She gonna make sure you got something to eat. She gonna make sure you good. She ain't gonna let nobody in the street say nothing about her man because she values her man. She ain't got a friend in her cell phone that she gonna let disrespect you because she appreciates you. And ladies, if you out here letting somebody else talk negative about your man, that tells you where you invested. And when he leave you alone or when he go get a side chick or whenever he do whatever it is he gonna do, he didn't go out there because he was looking to sleep with somebody. He went out there looking for the one thing he couldn't get from you. That's respect. So make it make sense, people. Look, it's time for me to get up out of here. I ain't got time to be playing with y'all.
It's about that time, baby. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna hit y'all up.
Here we go. Here we go.
Stay safe, people.
The Sinclair Show is on. It is on. Run it if your friends come on.